get started. I hope you have had a chance to review the 6 methods of multiplication that I emailed you yesterday: the area model, partial products method, Chinese method, lattice method, half and double method, and the standard algorithm. I hope you ask me questions about these methods later. We have all heard how this new reformed math is supposed to give students a deeper level of understanding, but for all these methods I have shown you today, the underlying reason of why each method works is the same. If the underlying reason that all the methods work is the same, and we are teaching the students that deeper level of understanding, why would you not stick with the most efficient method of solving the problem, the standard algorithm? I can answer that question and why the current reformed theory of teaching is harmful to children. The reformers of the constructivist variety think that the student must struggle and uncover the learning on their own for the learning to have the most impact. They do not explain the why or how of each of the multiple methods. This is the flawed thinking, especially when dealing with elementary students whose prefrontal cortex has not fully developed. I'm not arguing that multiple methods cannot be used to reach a struggling student. I just don't think the standards should dictate methodology that requires each method be tested as our current TEKS do. Reformers say teaching of the standard algorithm happens in a vacuum. Students are only taught the procedures and not the underlying why it works. This is the false dichotomy that Dr. Wu's article, Basic Skills versus Conceptual Understanding, a bogus dichotomy in mathematics education, discusses. During the November meeting, TASM Representative Jerry LaMoran encouraged you to reach out to another Stanford professor, Dr. Joe Bowler, to refute the testimony of Dr. James Milgram. The difference between Dr. Bowler and Dr. Milgram could not be more vast. One is a math educator, the other is a mathematician. One teaches teachers, and one teaches those who actually apply math skills to build things and understand the world around us. Dr. Joe Bowler is not a doctor of mathematics. She is an education professor who believes in the constructivist model of education. I have watched many of her videos and read several of her papers. Many times she states that there is data and research that proves her thesis, but I have not been able to find it. And even her own research is suspect because she and her team wrote the evaluation assessments on which she bases her proof. When the assessments were peer-reviewed, they were found to be 3 years below grade level being tested. I have also read Dr. Milgram's response to Dr. Bowler. I would be interested in your take on Dr. Milgram's response. All of these experts stand to gain financially from what they advocate. Dr. Bowler founded a nonprofit company, U-Cubed, where she promotes reform education in her books and offers professional development. The math expert Ms. Hardy consulted with during the November meeting, disrespecting Dr. Milgram, was Paul Gray. He just published a textbook on algebraic reasoning, a subject that would not be needed if students were taught proper mathematics. The standards are your responsibility. I have brought proof that the standards are a problem. You've heard from Assessment Division that changing the TEKS changes the assessment. Students have been negatively affected by the current TEKS for 3 years. It has been Dr. Milgram's experience that after 3 to 4 years of this type of education, students never recover without intensive remediation. We are now 3 years into this. What are you going to do about it?
Any questions? Thank you, Randy.